Welcome to Between the Lines right here on the Recliner Media Network. I'm Lindsay Bebout. Well, spring is upon us and we are now past the Super Bowl and the Winter Olympics and entering the stretch runs in the NBA, NHL, MLB spring training, and March Madness. We'll start in college basketball. First, the women. The Big Ten championship is set between number one UCLA and number two Iowa. The Bruins are looking for back-to-back conference championships. In the SEC, it'll be the number one South Carolina going up against number three Texas. Over in the ACC, number one Duke will look to repeat from last year as they face off against number two Louisville. The Big 12 will see number one TCU square off against number two West Virginia. And the Big East will continue on Sunday as number one UConn plays Creighton and Villanova awaits either Seton Hall or St. John's. On the men's side, the conference tournament will begin this week, but the top 25 before the last week of the regular season looks like this. Duke remains number one, followed by Arizona, Michigan, UConn, and Florida rounding out the top five. Over in the World Baseball Classic, Puerto Rico leads the way in Pool A with a 2-0 record, and both Canada and Cuba both sit at 1-0. In Pool B, Italy, Mexico, and the U.S. are all 1-0, and Pool C sees Australia and Japan at 2-0, and leading the way in Pool D is Venezuela at 2-0 and the Dominican Republic at 1-0. Reminder, the first day of the Major League Baseball season will take place on Wednesday, March 25th, between the San Francisco Giants and the New York Yankees. As mentioned at the top, the stretch run in the NBA has begun with only about 20 games left for each team. In the East, Detroit still sits on top, followed by Boston, New York, Cleveland, Toronto, and Orlando. Sitting in the play-in tournament, standing right now, are Miami, Philly, Atlanta, and Charlotte Hornets, who have been surging lately. Over in the West, defending champs Oklahoma City remains on top, followed by San Antonio, Houston, Minnesota, Denver, and the Lakers. And in the play-in standings, it's Phoenix, Golden State, the Clippers, and Portland. Now over in the NHL, there's about 20 games left for each team in hockey as well, as the Eastern Conference sees the Hurricanes on top with 86 points, followed by Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Montreal, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Boston, and the Islanders. Over in the West, Colorado still leads the way with 93 points, then Dallas, Minnesota, Anaheim, Utah, Vegas, Edmonton, and Seattle. The official new season in the NFL started off pretty busy as well, as we saw some huge moves. The Chicago Bears traded DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills for a mid-round pick. The Jets slapped the franchise tag on running back Breece Hall that'll pay him $14.2 million. The Ravens, with maybe the biggest move so far, acquired pass rusher Mad Max Crosby from the Raiders in exchange for a first-round pick. The Texans landed running back David Montgomery from the Lions for a couple draft picks, and offensive lineman Juice Scruggs. Indiana, Daniel Jones got the franchise tag from the Colts, which will pay him $37.8 million. And finally, pass rusher Khalil Mack re-signed with the Chargers on a one-year, $18 million deal. This has been Between the Lines. I'm Lindsay Bebout. And please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to all of our socials and check out our home base at reclinermedia.com.